Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We have a list of 9 properties. And if you're interested in getting updates of homes that match your criteria, you can go to miltonmarketwatch.com. Or if you're coming to town and you want to go on a tour of homes, which is way better than just going to random open houses, if you want to learn about the things that are available in your price range, learn about neighborhoods, that's what the Tour of Homes has to offer. You can go to miltontourofhomes.com, or all of that information, depending on which device. If you're on a mobile device, it's probably up there under offers. And if you're not, then you're looking on this side here and you're going to see a list of things there. Listings by email, Tour of Homes, buyer class, top dollar book, price report, which is where you actually get to see what these homes are selling for. That's a great thing to do. All of that. We have lots of ways we can help you. So 9 properties in today's list, and won't be a long episode, and then we'll be off to our weekend. Now, the very first home in today's list is actually 629. So there's nothing kind of like lower than that in this list. Whenever I see one on Bonham Crescent with an even number, it says fronting on the south side. That's incorrect. It's fronting on the north side. It's on the north curb on the street. And you look at that there with a 120-foot lot. What's behind this is train tracks. So that's called a berm. It's a sloping hill designed to dampen noise. And there's probably a safety factor at work there. But right behind here is train tracks. Now, I've heard different people say different things. I've had clients that said from the day I moved in, I didn't like the train tracks. It bothered me. I had other people that said after a week, I forgot it was even there. So I don't know what the truth is. I would say that for the most part, growing up in Etobicoke, we would have planes that would fly over, and I started not to notice those planes after a very short period of time. Other people would, I didn't. So I think there's probably some truth to it, but I think it's different for everybody. Inside, there's a lot of little knick-knacky things. I would say that all of this is probably better to be taken off. Things on top of the cabinets, no more than 3 things on a countertop. There's a bit of a science to it. The other real high return improvement that I always suggest doing is these round bulbs are about $2. That's why builders put them in. These little sort of plate with the little designs, if you imagine what they look like, they've been around since I was a kid. They don't add anything to the space. Now I'm going to show you an example of another home in today's list. It looks like they replaced that light fixture, but better lights make a huge difference. So I think that's all we have to say about this one. For the size of it, it's not a bad price. You're getting a builder finished basement plus upstairs. How much are you upstairs? I think you're more than 15. I don't know the exact square footage. I'm thinking 17 is probably the right number. So all in all, good size for 629. Now, a lot of people say to me, I can't afford Milton. Why don't I just go out to the country? And they think it's cheaper, but it's not. This is really almost entry point in the country, which tends to float at about the same entry point as Milton. So the thing that happens is you move out further, which would normally be cheaper, but the land gets bigger. So you pay for the land. And so what ends up happening is this kind of equivalent value, that the further out you go, the larger the tracts of land and pieces of land. You're really not getting into the country right now for less. Even if it was an absolute disaster of a house on half an acre, let's say, you're still probably not getting that for less than $550 or so. So there you go. You get about an acre on this one here, a little over an acre. It says 1.48, but that would mean that the measurements are probably, it's not a rectangle, because 102 feet by 470, by my calculation, wouldn't quite lead up to 1.48. So this one on Higginbotham, I mean, even, a month ago, we sold pretty much the same model with same finishes for $625. And even that, we had to battle the market to get that price. It's an Emery model, 1370 square feet, upgraded countertops. You've got your finished basement downstairs. I mean, like even color choices are almost identical to what we had on the one that we sold. So $659. I just think they're going to struggle at this price. So Gosford, lovely home, pick of the day for sure. 2436 square feet, plus a finished basement, about 1,000 square feet down in the basement. 4 full bathrooms, 5 total bathrooms, including 3 washrooms upstairs. You have 4 bedrooms plus a loft. You've got your 9-foot ceilings. You've got a stone accent wall here. You've got 3 rooms that come off of the kitchen. So you've got a dining room, then you have an office, and then beside that you have a family room, and they all kind of spoke, like the kitchen's here and all the rooms come off. And you can see big kitchen island here. Lots of pantry space. That's your loft upstairs, plus there's 4 bedrooms. Great finishes here. That is one part of the basement. That's the other. That is your basement washroom. So it's a huge, I don't want to call it a family size shower because families shouldn't shower together. And that's even your laundry room. And then that's your view. On top of all that other stuff, you get a view like that. You have 4 car parking in the driveway, and you have a very quiet street just off of Farmstead. So all of that for $1,025,000 to me looks amazing. So 800 sales, this is an interesting one because it's called a cranberry model. It's about 3,000 square feet. They've talked about 4,800 square feet of living space. The math doesn't really add up on that because of the way the basement's kind of, it's not excavated underneath the garages. But anyway, we'll roll with that. It has like a his and hers garage. It's hard to see. That's the thing. You got to photograph this one at the right angle because otherwise you'd go, okay, wait, is this a single car garage? There's another garage right here on this side. I think the turning angle would be pretty tight to get into that garage. But anyway, it's a neat layout. It has a 2-story family room. This is one of those floor plans that the Stanberry is another one where Mattamy built it, but it doesn't look like a Mattamy house. It kind of has some stuff that you'd expect to see from a little bit, I don't want to say a smaller builder, a little more custom builder, but they have some stuff in here that you just don't see anywhere else. The balcony plus underneath there you have a covered area where you could barbecue, which I think is great. When it's rainy you could still barbecue. Finished basement downstairs. That's it right there. That's your 2 tiers. And it's just a really interesting layout. It's only a 3-bedroom though. So for $1.2 million, you're finding a home that, you know, like you're really banking on the upgrades and the uniqueness. But I think from a first impression, what I would say is that you want to show that it is a 2-car garage because this angle is not the best one to show that. Actually, I usually don't go out of order, but I will on this one. So Pringle is $789. It's a Pinehurst. Quite possibly Mattamy's best layout. I don't know about that. It is a nice layout, though. It has a big kitchen with an island. There's another one for sale. I believe it's still for sale right now. Nice finishes inside. But look at, I wanted to show you the light fixtures. So this room, if you imagine like a round light fixture right here, it just doesn't add up. And they've done a lot of other stuff to support the look. The wainscoting up on the walls here. But all of the lights have been replaced. And so something like this, that's sexy. Like that's restoration of hardware. That's the thing that people look for. The whole home is really done up nicely. But think about your bedrooms comparing to those, you know, little plate light fixtures, and then you look at something like this, right? It's just, there's something to be said. It's almost like a pride of ownership thing where you say, man, like these guys just didn't settle for average. They upgraded and went up another step. Even a more basic light like this, that, and it's still an upgraded light, but that looks better than anything that builders have ever put in the history of builders. Backs onto the school playground. I think they did the drone footage really, really well. I think that it's noticeable that that's the house. It's not so far away that you can't tell. And you get the escarpment. So that one's a little more sort of oblique, but still works. So overall, very nice home, very, very well kept. And $789 for any single car garage right now is a struggle. But I think that it has a lot of really, really nice finishes, and they presented it well. So there we go. That's the list. If you have any questions, you know what to do. You can reach out to us. That's what we're here for, is to help interpret things, help educate our buyers. Because at the Charlton Advantage team, we love buyers. We love helping people, and you can see that from the things that we do. So if you join us for a tour of homes, you got to get that request in pretty soon, by end of day today. If you want to come for the weekend, but we do run them 7 days a week. So we'll see you next week with another episode of Milton Daily Homes. I'm away Monday, so Tuesday might be our first episode.